For a decade, The Love Boat brought viewers aboard for heartwarming adventures, romantic entanglements, and comedic mishaps, earning its place as one of TV's most iconic series. Led by Gavin MacLeod as the charming Captain Stubing, the talented cast became household names, bringing to life the crew and their weekly star-studded guests. Now, 47 years after its debut, fans are eager to know what became of the beloved actors who made the show a classic. Some went on to enjoy long and fruitful careers, while others faced personal struggles or moved away from the spotlight. Join us as we look back on their remarkable journeys and discover where the stars of The Love Boat are today in 2024. Gavin MacLeod, born on February 28, 1931, was 46 years old when he first appeared as Captain Merrill Stubing in The Love Boat in 1977. As the respected and likable captain of the Pacific Princess, Captain Stubing became one of the most iconic characters of the series. Gavin's career spanned decades, with notable roles in both television and film, but he faced significant personal hardships. His life was marked by struggles with alcoholism, which he overcame in the late 1970s. His first marriage ended in divorce, and he later married his second wife, Patty, in 1974, with whom he remained until his passing. He had 3 children, but his family life, at times, felt strained due to his own struggles. Gavin MacLeod's life was not without tragedy, including a difficult battle with depression and the loss of several close friends, including his dear friend and co-star, Florence Henderson. Gavin passed away on May 29, 2021, at the age of 90, from natural causes. Monty O'Grady, born on March 6, 1916, was 61 years old when he appeared on The Love Boat in 1977 as a waiter. Though O'Grady had a long career in television and film, often cast in minor roles, his part in The Love Boat added a layer of humor and warmth to the show. His career was steady but never quite achieved fame. Throughout his life, O'Grady faced personal challenges, including struggles with alcoholism and financial difficulties. His relationships were marked by turmoil, and he experienced the pain of divorce. Despite his career's modest successes, O'Grady's later years were quieter, and he lived without the spotlight that once shone on him. He passed away on March 8, 2000, at the age of 84. While the details of his death were not widely publicized, it was known that his final years were spent living privately, far from the media's gaze. Florence Henderson, born on February 14, 1934, was 43 years old when she portrayed Annabelle Foker in The Love Boat in 1977. Known for her role as Carol Brady on The Brady Bunch, Henderson brought her warmth and likability to the role of Annabelle, who became a beloved figure among the ship's passengers. Florence's personal life, however, was far from perfect. She had been married twice, first to Ira Bernstein in 1956, with whom she had 4 children, before divorcing in 1977. Her second marriage to television executive John Kappas in 1987 was marked by challenges, and the couple eventually parted ways. Florence Henderson openly discussed the emotional toll of her failed marriages and the difficulty of balancing her career with raising her children. Despite personal struggles, she enjoyed a successful career in television, hosting several talk shows and continuing to act into her later years. Florence passed away on November 24, 2016, at the age of 82 due to heart failure, leaving behind a legacy of beloved roles and enduring influence in television. Charo, born on January 15, 1951, was 26 years old when she played the role of April Lopez in The Love Boat, 1977. April Lopez is an exuberant and lively entertainer known for her radiant charm, fiery spirit, and musical talents. While Charo's career reached great heights with her distinct blend of comedy and music, her personal life has been marked by tumultuous relationships and struggles. Despite her early success, Charo faced considerable challenges, including her difficult marriage to bandleader Xavier Cugat. The couple's marriage, which began in 1966, ended in divorce in 1978, a painful and public event that added stress to her already demanding career. Charo was also at the center of controversy due to her image as a sex symbol and the misunderstandings about her persona, leading to a lot of emotional turmoil in the press. In terms of family, Charo had one child, a son named Shel Rasten, from her second marriage to Kjell Rasten, whom she later lost in 2019. Charo is now 73 years old, living in a more private and calm life. Erin Moran, born on October 18, 1960, was just 20 years old when she played the role of Carrie Walker in The Love Boat in 1980. Carrie was a sweet, innocent young woman whose optimism and enthusiasm made her a fan favorite. Erin, who had already gained recognition for her role in Happy Days, found herself facing a tumultuous journey in life. Though she enjoyed early fame, her later years were marked by struggles with addiction, financial troubles, and a series of personal setbacks. Erin married twice, but neither relationship lasted, and she had no children. Her life spiraled downward as she faced homelessness, living in a trailer park for several years. Erin's health began to deteriorate, and she was diagnosed with throat cancer. Despite her challenges, she continued to fight, but on April 22, 2017, Erin Moran passed away at the age of 56 due to complications from the disease, marking a tragic end to a once promising career. Audrey Lindley, born on September 24, 1918, was 59 years old when she portrayed the wise and caring Mrs. Worth in The Love Boat in 1977. Audrey was a seasoned actress, known for her work in both theater and television. Though her career had its highs, Audrey's personal life was marred by hardships. She was married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce, and she never remarried. The years leading up to her role on The Love Boat were challenging, as she faced financial instability and the death of several close friends. Audrey also experienced profound loneliness, a struggle she kept private. Her career on The Love Boat provided her with a late career resurgence, but her personal sorrows continued. In her later years, Audrey's health began to decline, and she passed away on October 16, 1997, at the age of 79, due to cancer, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances but also a life full of personal battles. Rumlanahan, born on February 21, 1934, was 44 years old when she appeared on The Love Boat in 1978 as Mary Hubble, a lively and charismatic character who brought humor and heart to the show. Ru's real-life story, however, was marked by personal struggles. After a promising start in theater and television, she faced challenges with her career, often being typecast and struggling to find roles that truly showcased her talent. She experienced marital difficulties, having been married 6 times to different men, but none of those relationships brought lasting happiness. Ru also faced financial troubles, which added to her stress. On top of that, she suffered from health problems later in life, including a stroke, which left her struggling in her later years. Despite her hardships, Ru found solace in her role as a beloved television star, especially after her iconic role as Blanche Devereaux on The Golden Girls. At the time of her passing, Ru was 76 years old, dying on June 3, 2010, from a brain hemorrhage. Ted Knight, born on December 7, 1923, was 56 years old when he appeared on The Love Boat in 1980 as Tom McMahon, a lovable character known for his comedic wit and endearing charm. Ted's career in Hollywood spanned several decades, but despite his professional success, his personal life was marred by health problems and family struggles. Ted was married to Dorothy for many years, but their marriage was turbulent, filled with long periods of separation and emotional strain. His personal life became even more difficult as he battled serious health issues, including a diagnosis of cancer. Although Ted had an impressive career, including his role in Mary Tyler Moore and Too Close for Comfort, he faced a tragic end in his personal life. Ted Knight passed away on August 26, 1986, at the age of 62 from colorectal and bladder cancer, leaving behind a legacy of comedic brilliance but also the sadness of a life cut short by illness. Jessica Walter, born on January 31, 1941, was 37 years old when she appeared as Holly Hartman in The Love Boat, 1978. Holly was a sophisticated and witty character, bringing an extra layer of depth to the show's ensemble. Walter's career in acting was illustrious, with roles in a wide array of films and television shows, but her personal life was marked by struggles. She was married to actor Ron Liebman, with whom she had a tumultuous relationship. Their marriage was an emotional roller coaster, but despite the ups and downs, they remained married until Liebman's passing in 2019. Walter had a daughter named Brooke who was her only child. Throughout her career, she faced criticism for being typecast in certain roles, which she later spoke about in interviews. Sadly, despite her successes, Walter's life was not without tragedy. She experienced moments of loneliness, including her husband's death, which took a toll on her. Jessica Walter passed away on March 24, 2021, at the age of 80. The cause of death was not publicly disclosed, but it marked the end of a career that spanned over 5 decades. Arte Johnson, born on January 20, 1929, was 48 years old when he portrayed Dr. Wilfred Jones in The Love Boat, 1977. Known for his quirky and humorous personality, Johnson's character added a distinctive touch to the show's comedic ensemble. Johnson's career, while marked by comedic success, was often a series of highs and lows. He achieved fame in Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, where his eccentric humor made him a household name. Yet, his career was inconsistent, and after Laugh-In, he struggled to find steady work. On the personal front, Johnson faced challenges in his marriage to his wife, Gisela, which was often strained by his busy schedule and his own personal battles. The couple had no children. Despite his achievements, Johnson faced financial struggles and personal turmoil in his later years, including health problems. Arte Johnson passed away on July 3, 2019, at the age of 90. His death was attributed to complications from a long illness, marking the end of a career that had left an indelible mark on comedy. Jane Meadows, born on September 27, 1919, was 59 years old when she first appeared as Mrs. Tate in The Love Boat in 1978. Mrs. Tate was a graceful, sophisticated character who added a sense of elegance to the ship's atmosphere. Throughout her career, Jane made a name for herself on both the stage and television, earning recognition for her work in comedy and drama. Despite her public success, Jane's personal life was marked by significant struggles. She married comedian Steve Allen in 1954, and together they had 2 children. However, their marriage, though long-lasting, was not without its challenges, including balancing the demands of her career with family life. After Allen's death in 2000, Jane, who had always been known for her strength, continued to work in television, although her later years were tinged with the loss of her beloved husband. In addition to the personal pain of losing her partner, Jane also faced health problems as she aged. She passed away on April 26, 2015, at the age of 95, due to natural causes, leaving behind a legacy of charm, wit, and elegance. David Hedison, born on May 20, 1927, was 50 years old when he played the charismatic Cliff Jacobs on The Love Boat in 1977. As a suave passenger, Cliff brought a sense of mystery and allure to the show. Hedison, whose career spanned decades, had notable roles in films such as The Fly, 1958, and Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea, 1964. However, his life was not without its dark moments. Hedison experienced the sorrow of losing his first wife, actress and model, Bridget Morey, with whom he had 2 daughters, before their divorce in 1970. Hedison later remarried and had a son, but he struggled with the pressures of balancing family life with a demanding career. Professionally, while Hedison enjoyed success, he never quite reached the level of fame many believed his talent deserved, and this left him frustrated at times. His health issues became a concern as he grew older, but he continued acting until his later years. David Hedison passed away on July 18, 2019, at the age of 92, leaving behind a rich body of work but also a life marked by the loss of loved ones and personal regret. Burke Convi, born on July 23, 1933, was 45 years old when he portrayed the charming and witty Ted Myler on The Love Boat in 1978. Ted was a magnetic and engaging character, known for his humor and charm, which Burke Convi mirrored in real life. Convi's career took him from Broadway to television, where he gained fame as the host of Tattletales and The New Treasure Hunt. But behind his public persona, Burke faced serious personal battles. He married Ann Anderson in 1959, with whom he had 2 children, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1976. Convi's love life continued to be complicated, and he married his second wife, Catherine, in 1986. Despite the outward success, Burke's health began to deteriorate when he was diagnosed with a brain tumor. The diagnosis led to a turbulent final chapter in his life, marked by his declining health and eventual death. He passed away on July 15, 1991, at the age of 57 due to complications from the tumor. Carol Channing, born on January 31, 1921, was 60 years old when she played Aunt Sylvia on The Love Boat in 1981. Aunt Sylvia was a quirky, eccentric character who provided much-needed comedic relief and joy to the passengers. Carol's career was legendary, best known for her Broadway roles in Hello, Dolly! And Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. However, her personal life was fraught with heartache and disappointment. She married 3 times, but none of her marriages were without their struggles. Her first marriage to producer and director Alexander Raoul in 1941 ended in divorce, and her second to actor and songwriter Harry Kaligian was also short-lived. Despite her outward success, Carol faced deep loneliness and struggled with the emotional toll of her relationships. Her third marriage to her manager, Charles Lowe, was more enduring, but it too had its ups and downs. Professionally, Carol's career was affected by the changing tides of Broadway and the entertainment industry, and she found it difficult to maintain her star power. She passed away on January 15, 2019, at the age of 97, due to natural causes. Brittney Coppel, born on June 21, 1933, was 44 years old when he began playing Dr. Adam Bricker in The Love Boat in 1977. Known for his charming wit and smooth demeanor, Dr. Bricker was the ship's flirtatious physician, often the center of attention at the ship's social events. Brittney, who had a prolific acting career, faced personal trials as well. He was married twice, with his second marriage lasting until the present day. While he was known for his comedic roles, his personal life was marked by difficult moments, including the challenge of balancing his acting career with his family life. Brittney faced a series of health scares, including a battle with prostate cancer, which led to some periods of uncertainty in his life. Despite these struggles, he remained a beloved figure in Hollywood and continued acting, appearing in various television shows and movies after The Love Boat. Brittney Coppel is currently 91 years old and continues to enjoy life while staying active in the entertainment industry. Ted Lange, born on January 5, 1948, was 29 years old when he began portraying bartender Isaac Washington on The Love Boat in 1977. Isaac, the ship's warm and jovial bartender, became an enduring fan favorite for his charm and quick wit. Lange, however, faced several personal and professional challenges during his career. Despite his success on The Love Boat, Lange experienced some personal difficulties, including a turbulent marriage that ended in divorce. He later remarried and found happiness with his second wife. His career took several twists and turns, with Lange finding work in both television and theater, often behind the camera as a director. His personal life saw moments of both joy and hardship as he navigated the demands of the entertainment industry. Today, Ted Lange is 76 years old and enjoys a quieter life, living with his wife and occasionally returning to acting and directing projects, always remaining fondly remembered for his role as Isaac. Fred Grandandy, born on June 29, 1948, was 29 years old when he joined the cast of The Love Boat in 1977 as ship's purser Gopher Smith. Gopher, known for his friendly and slightly clumsy nature, became one of the most beloved characters on the show, always ready to lend a hand to both the passengers and crew. Despite his on-screen charm, Fred Grandandy faced a difficult personal journey. After his time on The Love Boat, he struggled with a number of career challenges, including being pigeonholed into comedic roles, limiting his opportunities. His real-life love story was also marred by heartache. Grandandy was married to his wife, Catherine, for many years before they divorced in 2010. In the years following, Fred Grandandy became involved in politics, serving as a U.S. congressman for Iowa. His post-TV career trajectory led to a mixed legacy, but he found a sense of fulfillment in public service. Currently 76 years old, Fred is still active in various political and media endeavors. Lauren Tewes, born on October 26, 1953, was just 24 years old when she became cruise director Julie McCoy in The Love Boat in 1977. Julie, the bright and ever-optimistic director of the cruise ship, quickly became a fan favorite, epitomizing the show's theme of love, romance, and adventure. However, Lauren's life behind the scenes took a darker turn. Struggling with personal demons, she faced battles with addiction, which led to a significant hiatus from acting in the 1980s. Her early career achievements were overshadowed by this struggle, but she managed to reclaim parts of her life after seeking treatment. Lauren's personal life also had its trials. She was married twice, both marriages ending in divorce. She has no children. Despite these setbacks, Lauren found peace later in life, returning to acting in smaller roles and participating in Love Boat reunions. At 71 years old, she currently enjoys a quieter life, though her past remains a poignant part of her narrative. Jill Whelan, born on September 29, 1966, was only 12 years old when she first appeared on The Love Boat in 1978 as Vicky Steubing, the daughter of Captain Steubing. The role catapulted Jill into the public eye, with Vicky's innocence and curiosity bringing a refreshing contrast to the more mature storylines of the show. Jill's childhood fame, however, came with its own set of difficulties. As a young star, she faced the pressures of growing up in the spotlight, which led to struggles with her self-image and personal confidence. Jill was married twice, but both marriages ended in divorce. She has 2 children, both of whom she tries to shield from the public eye. Despite the challenges, she has found happiness in her personal and professional life. Now 58 years old, Jill remains active in the entertainment industry with occasional acting roles and public appearances, often reflecting on her experiences from her Love Boat days with a sense of nostalgia. Pat Klaus, born on October 19, 1948, was 34 years old when she began playing cruise director Judy McCoy in The Love Boat in 1982. Judy, the sister of Julie McCoy, brought a fresh energy to the role and became a beloved character on the show. While her character's enthusiasm shone through, Klaus struggled to replicate the same success after leaving The Love Boat. Her career didn't take off in the way she had hoped, with a few minor roles here and there, but her personal life had its own complications. Klaus was married briefly, but the relationship ended in divorce. She chose not to remarry and focused on her career and later, her family. Though she left acting behind in favor of a quieter life, Klaus remained connected to her fans through occasional appearances. Today, at 76 years old, Klaus lives a calm, private life, staying out of the public eye and enjoying her years away from the Hollywood spotlight. Teri Hatcher, born on December 8, 1964, was only 20 years old when she joined The Love Boat as Amy, one of the energetic mermaids in 1985. Amy's role was full of vivacity, adding charm to the show's entertainment on board the ship. While Teri was initially known for her appearance in The Love Boat, her career later blossomed, especially with her role as Susan Delfino in the hit series Desperate Housewives. Her personal life, however, has had its share of challenges. Hatcher went through a turbulent marriage with actor John Tenney, which ended in divorce after nearly 9 years of marriage, during which they had a daughter, Emerson Rose. The separation and the public scrutiny affected her deeply, and she later opened up about feeling betrayed and isolated. In addition to the struggles in her personal relationships, she also faced professional setbacks, with periods of fewer roles after her Desperate Housewives success. Despite these hardships, Teri Hatcher, now 59, continues to act, though her career trajectory has slowed down in recent years. She currently resides in California, balancing her acting with her passions for writing and advocacy. Ted McInley, born on May 30, 1958, was 25 years old when he joined The Love Boat in 1983, portraying Ashley Ace Covington Evans, the charming and dashing photographer. Ace was a character who captured the perfect moments on the cruise, a suave and handsome figure who added flair to the ship's dynamic. McInley's career saw significant peaks, such as his notable role in Married, with Children, but he also faced a reputation as a pilot killer, with many of his post-Love Boat TV projects being cancelled quickly. His personal life, however, was relatively stable compared to many of his peers. McInley married actress Gigi Rice in 1991, and they have 2 children together. Despite a few bumps in his career, including some unsuccessful television ventures, he has largely stayed out of the limelight in recent years, focusing on family and living a peaceful life away from the public eye. At 66 years old, McInley is in good health and continues to enjoy a happy and private family life. Connie Stevens, born on August 8, 1938, was 39 years old when she portrayed Marcia Rand in The Love Boat in 1978. Marcia was an energetic and engaging character who brought a touch of elegance and excitement to the cruise ship. Connie's life off-screen, however, was less glamorous. While she had a successful career as an actress and singer, she experienced personal heartbreaks, including a difficult marriage to actor James Stacey, which ended in divorce after a turbulent relationship. She also faced the tragic loss of her daughter, who passed away unexpectedly. Connie had 2 daughters, one of whom died from an overdose, leaving a permanent scar on her heart. Despite these painful experiences, she continued to work in Hollywood and remain active in her career. Now at the age of 86, Connie still lives, staying connected to her fans and occasionally making appearances, but her personal life has been marked by both triumphs and tragic losses. Morgan Brittney, born on December 5, 1951, was 29 years old when she took on the role of Liz Farrell in The Love Boat in 1981. Liz is an elegant and sophisticated woman who graced the cruise with her beauty and charm. Morgan's career, however, was not without its challenges. As a young actress, she faced the struggles of being typecast in glamorous roles, which sometimes overshadowed her acting abilities. Her personal life was equally tumultuous. Morgan was married twice, and while she has 2 children, her second marriage ended in divorce. She had to endure the painful experience of balancing her career with raising her children as a single mother. In addition, Morgan battled with body image issues throughout her life, which contributed to periods of emotional distress. Despite these difficulties, she found strength in her faith and was able to turn her life around, becoming a motivational speaker and a passionate advocate for conservative causes. At 72 years old, Morgan continues to live a relatively quiet life, with occasional appearances and active involvement in her personal causes. Marian Ross, born on October 25, 1928, was 50 years old when she took on the role of Emily Stubing in The Love Boat in 1978. As Captain Stubing's devoted wife, Emily was the epitome of warmth and care, creating a sense of family within the show's ensemble. Marian had a distinguished career, with an early break as a star in Happy Days, but her personal life had its own share of heartache. She married actor Paul Michael in 1959, with whom she had 2 children, but their marriage ended in divorce in 1969 after a decade together. Marian faced financial struggles in her early career, working multiple jobs before landing her big break. Her hardships didn't end with her divorce, as she later spoke about struggles with being typecast and being passed over for roles as she grew older. Yet, Marian never lost her resilience, and after a slow career revival, she went on to be an iconic character actress. Marian Ross is currently 96 years old and remains active in her later years, reflecting fondly on her legendary career. Michelle Johnson, born on September 9, 1965, was just 19 years old when she portrayed Kim Carlisle on The Love Boat, 1984. In her role as Kim, she added an air of youthful glamour and beauty to the show, becoming a charming and memorable figure on the ship. Off-screen, Michelle Johnson faced several personal struggles, especially regarding her early entry into the acting world and the pressures that came with fame. Her career trajectory, though promising at first, took some unexpected turns, and her personal life was marked by a lack of stability. She was married to businessman Daniel Jerson, but the marriage ended in divorce after several years, leaving her with deep emotional scars. Additionally, Michelle faced a period of financial hardships and difficulties in maintaining a consistent career in Hollywood. Despite these struggles, she has worked in both film and television throughout the years, but her career never quite reached the peaks she had hoped for. At 59 years old, Michelle has stepped away from the limelight and enjoys a quieter life. Juliet Mills, born on November 21, 1941, was 37 years old when she took on the role of Barbara Danver in The Love Boat, 1978. Barbara was an elegant and refined woman, a guest aboard the cruise who added sophistication to the show's dynamic. While Juliet Mills' career was successful, with her notable role in Nanny and The Professor, 1970, her personal life was overshadowed by heartbreak. Mills' first marriage to actor Michael Edwards ended in a messy divorce after several years, and she struggled with her emotions following the separation. Later, Juliet entered into a second marriage with American actor and director Maxwell Caulfield, which brought both happiness and challenges. Mills also faced struggles related to the untimely deaths of several close friends, which left her emotionally distressed. Despite the ups and downs, she continued to work in television and theater, finding solace in her craft. Currently, at 83 years old, Juliet Mills is living a relatively peaceful life, although she has largely stepped away from the entertainment industry. Judy Landers, born on October 7, 1958, was just 20 years old when she played Edie Adams Rosenberg in The Love Boat, 1978. Edie was a bubbly and cheerful character, always bringing a smile to the cruise guests with her infectious personality. Landers' career started with great promise, appearing in various television shows and films in the late 70s and early 80s. However, her acting career experienced peaks and valleys, with her fame waning over time. She found herself typecast in roles that didn't allow her to fully showcase her talents. In her personal life, Landers had a troubled marriage to actor and producer Tom Noonan, which ended in divorce. They had 2 children, a daughter named Kate and a son named Zachary, who she raised as a single mother. Landers has faced financial difficulties over the years, battling to stay afloat in the competitive entertainment industry. At 66 years old, Landers has lived a quiet life away from the spotlight, with little public information available about her current activities. Who is your favorite character from The Love Boat? How do you feel knowing that some of the actors have passed away? Don't hesitate to leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy this content, please remember to like, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you won't miss future videos. Thank you so much.